Very sharp. Let's keep the tempo up.
Good afternoon from Woodleigh Park. You're very welcome to our live streaming of today's Division 1B 12th round match between Highfield RFC and Banbridge RFC. Highfield are second in the table with 39 points. They're 6 behind the leaders Old Wesley. They've won 8, drawn 1 and lost 2 of their matches so far. Banbridge are 9th in the table on 14 points, having won 2 and lost 9 of their matches so far. They're fighting to stay in Division 1B, and last week they ran Old Wesley, top of the table team, very close, losing 16-21, and they'll be hoping to build on that performance today. Highfield, on the other hand, will be anxious to get back to their winning ways. They had 8 straight wins before Christmas and have had a bit of a hiccup in the last few games. 27-0 down at half-time last week. They say they won the second half 21-0, and they're hoping to carry this on in today's performance and keep the pressure on Old Wesley and remain in second place. Your teams for today's game: Banbridge, number 1, Callum Reid; number 2, Peter Cromie; number 3, Stuart Cromie; number 4, Brendan McSorley; number 5, Matthew Laird; number 6, Alexander Weir; number 7, Ryan Hughes; and number 8, Max Little. And the backs: number 9, Neil Kilpatrick; number 10, Andrew Morrison; number 11, Joe Finnegan; number 12, Johnny Little; number 13, Ben Carson; number 14, Connor Field; number 15, Adam Doherty. And the substitutes at number 16, Tim Savage; number 17, Josh Chambers; number 18, Martin Forster; number 19, Robin Sinton; number 20, Aaron Kennedy; number 21, Lewis Nelms. And the Highfield team for today's clash: number 1, James Rochford; number 2, Kevin O'Byrne; number 3, Dara Fitzgerald; number 4, Dave O'Connell; number 5, Fintan O'Sullivan; number 6, Ryan Murphy; number 7, Cathal Gallagher; number 8, Maya Cronin. On the forwards, at number 9, Captain Chris Bannon; number 10, James Taylor; number 11, Paul Stack; number 12, Mark Dorgan; number 13, Paddy O'Toole; number 14, Luke Kingston; and number 15, Sam Burns. And the substitutes: number 16, Travis Coomey; number 17, Michael Delan; number 18, Owen Keating; number 19, Eddie Earl; number 20, Dave O'Sullivan; and number 21, Shane O'Riordan. And Highfield today include Kevin O'Byrne at hooker. Kevin has been capped 89 times for Munster and has scored 8 tries for the province. He was a member of the Highfield Under-18s that won the All-Ireland back in 2008 and joins Maya Cronin and Paul Stack today, both also members of that side. And this is a tribute to the strength of the underage rugby here in Highfield. Ronan O'Sullivan is out of today's squad as he is away with the Ireland Under-20 squad for the Six Nations. Congratulations to Ronan from all here at Highfield, and we're very proud of his achievement. And also changes on the Highfield side: Sam Burns comes in at full back and Luke Kingston comes in on the right wing. Ryan Murphy comes in at number 6, with David O'Connell moving to the second row and Cathal Gallagher starting at number 7. And your officials for today's game are referee Joy Neville and her assistants Nigel Murphy and Phil Neville from the Munster Association of Referees. And today's game is being streamed thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, Perfect Reception, Ireland's leading hotel call provider that makes sure Irish hotels never miss a call. If you'd like to know about Perfect Reception, why not check their website at www.reception.ie. We thank Jimmy McCoy of Perfect Reception. And we would also like to give a shout out to our club sponsors, the STS Group, and to Liam Lenihan in particular. Over recent years, STS have been hugely supportive of the club, and we'd like to express our appreciation for that ongoing support. And I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to club members and friends who are based away from home. Indeed, we've had many messages from people all over the globe saying how much they enjoy the live streaming of the Highfield games. You're all very welcome. If you'd like to play your part to help our club, why not play in the club lotto online on the website www.highfieldrfc.ie. You can be in with a chance of winning from just €2 per week. This would be a great help with our much needed funding of our club.
Excellent, I was just going to ask who did. We are being filmed, so we're going to have everyone in the box. No. We'll try and keep this area clear then.
And conditions are very good here today at Woodleigh Park for rugby. It's a dry, cold day. The wind, if anything, is blowing across the pitch. Blowing away from us as you look from this side of the field towards the clubhouse. It's a perfect day for running rugby, and let's hope that we'll be served up some decent fare by both sides. And as we wait for the teams to enter the pitch, just to remind you that Highfield's next game is not until the 19th of February after the international break, away to Old Wesley in Energia Park. And here come Banbridge.
Call me.
Led by captain Peter Cromie. Peter's hooker for the Banbridge side, leading them out, as I say, in this bright, cold, dry afternoon. Almost perfect conditions for rugby. Bit of a breeze across the pitch. Stiffening at times may make it difficult for passing. And referee Joy Neville comes to the centre of the pitch as Highfield leave the clubhouse, led by captain Chris Bannon. With two little mascots there with him, bringing the balls out to the referee.
Let's go, Ban! From the start!
Banbridge to kick off. Number 13 Ben Carson, sorry, number 10 Joe Finn, number 10 Andrew Morrison, sorry, to start the game for us. And that one bounces into 22. Good work there by Ryan Murphy to set it up. Bannon puts it out to Maya Cronin. Cronin again sets up possession. He's still inside the Highfield 22, back to James Taylor. And Taylor, a long relieving clearance, brings us halfway between the 22 and the halfway. Good exit there by Highfield. So first line out of the game. First throw in for Peter Cromie for Banbridge. Wind into his face, pretty strong. And he'll be hoping to get his darts right. David O'Connell robs that first one for Highfield. Dara Fitzgerald. Taylor looking for distance down the wing. Over the head of Joe Finnegan. Finnegan tries to keep it in play. Actually, apologies, that was Connor Field. Tried to keep it in play. But a super kick there by Taylor brings play inside the Banbridge 22. About 3 metres inside the 22. And Cromie will be looking to find his mark this time. Good steal in the first line out by Dave O'Connell for Highfield. Cromie inside his 22. To the back. It goes over the top. O'Byrne is after it. Taken by Morrison. O'Byrne, he escapes. And it's cleared by Connor Field. Comes out to Sam Burns. Sam on the run. Finds Mark Dorgan. Dorgan steps inside. Straightens. Needs support now. Dorgan sets it up. But the support was slow in coming. And a great jackal there by Ryan Hughes for Banbridge. Secures the penalty. Dorgan was isolated. And Banbridge were in quickly to secure the possession. And Andrew Morrison looking at his options, coming to this touchline into the wind, and the wind pulls it back, so the wind slightly favouring Highfield, mostly across the pitch, but favouring Highfield. And Peter Cromie will have the throw in right on the halfway line and be looking to find his target this time at the third attempt. Again goes to the back. This time well taken back there by Max Little. They set up the maul. Cromie has it at the back. Out the line. Johnny Little. Kirkpatrick sends it out the line. Still in possession. Good break there by Ben Carson. Feeding out the line. Taken up by one of the big men. Out again from Kilpatrick. Morrison. Kilpatrick finds Morrison. Just outside the Highfield 22. Being taken forward there by Stuart Cromie. Big hit there by the Highfield number 7, Cathal Gallagher. Banbridge still retain possession. Out the line. Just on the 10-metre line. Back to Brendan McSorley. Kilpatrick puts it out the line. Nice dummy pass there. Comes out to Cromie. Out by the wing. Dorgan tackles Cromie. Banbridge retaining possession. Highfield piling in over it. Cronin steals it. Rochford. Back to Luke Kingston. Kingston going across the pitch. Great run by Kingston. And the ball is knocked on. And penalty. Joy Neville, the referee, says penalty for offside. Great rob there by the Highfield pack. Great counter-rucking. Maya Cronin coming out with the ball. And Banbridge penalised for being offside when the ball was blocked down. And problems with the football. We look for a replacement. And they come from both sides. So now we'll restart with James Taylor. James looking for a touch. He found a huge one earlier. And again going very deep down that far touchline. Just inside the Banbridge 22. Huge kick again by Taylor. The wind assisting Highfield, blowing down into that corner. It has changed a little since the start of the game. Was more across the pitch at the start. Now is blowing down into the far corner as we look across the pitch here. So line out this time. O'Byrne's first throw for Highfield. Goes to the back, taken by O'Connell. Cronin charges forward into the 22, helped by Stack. And referee penalises Stack for going onto his hands over the top. So a chance for Banbridge to clear their lines, which Morrison Julie does and finds touch. Halfway between the Banbridge 22 and the halfway line. And Cromie will put into the line. So after 6 minutes of the game, no score, both sides feeling their way into it. The breeze is having an effect. So Cromie looking to find his target in the line-out. Goes to the back. This time finds Matthew Laird. Comes out the line. Brought forward there by Ryan Hughes. Kirkpatrick. Out the line there, Carson. Set up again, Kirkpatrick. This time looks to his forwards. Comes across the field. Long pass there from Finnegan. And they retain the possession. Comes out the line. Jinked there by Ben Carson. Kirkpatrick. Good tackle there by O'Byrne. Banbridge retain the possession. Big kick there by Johnny Little. Comes to Sam Burns. Burns, this time he opts to pop it in the air and chase it. Burns in the chase. Good work by the fullback. But Dorgan picks up the loose ball. Dorgan now needs support. O'Byrne is there. Bannon. Fitzgerald. Lovely kick again by Taylor. Spotted the space. And Stack races up. And that's a superb kick by Taylor. Great football there. Great reactions by Dorgan to seize on the loose ball. And Taylor dominating the game so far. Using that right boot of his very effectively. And Highfield are in a very strong attacking position here. And they look to put some pressure on the Banbridge line-out. Peter Cromie to put in. The line-out hasn't been great so far for Banbridge. They'll be looking to secure this ball and clear their lines. Again, not collected. Eventually ends up in Banbridge hands. They have possession. Kilpatrick. Back for Carson. Stack takes into Sam Burns. Burns racing across the pitch. Finds Kingston. Long pass from Kingston. Paddy O'Toole. O'Toole goes on the outside. Well tackled there by Joe Finnegan. Bannon finds Rochford. Taylor. Long pass. Finds Gallagher. Gallagher almost up to the 22. Bannon gets it again on the far side. Cronin drives into two would-be tacklers. Stacked it with the clean out. And again, referee Joy Neville penalises Highfield at the contact. Holding on, Cronin holding on to the ball, she says. Highfield were disappointed with that. A good foray into the Banbridge 22. And Morrison clears his lines. A good kick. Good kick right up to halfway. Just inside the Highfield half. And Highfield will be disappointed there. Very strong attacking opportunity. Great run by Cronin. Again, not the first time Highfield have been guilty of not supporting the player when he went to ground. Very good jackling by Banbridge on a number of occasions. Cromie. This time he finds number 8, Max Little. Good maul there by Banbridge into the Highfield half. Up to the 10-metre line. That's an excellent maul. Still moving. Highfield now counter mauling. Still going on. And Kilpatrick brings it out. And great tackle there by Dorgan. Kilpatrick finds Reid. Kilpatrick again. This time goes for his out half. Morrison. Out to Carson. Kilpatrick. Out the line. Ball went loose there. Highfield had possession and a little bit of scrappy play there. Ends up with a scrum to Highfield. So 11 minutes on the clock. No score. Very even game so far. Highfield have a wind advantage. The wind is gusting, but it's blowing to the far corner of the pitch as we look on the Banbridge end. And a number of players receiving attention. And out comes the water. As I say, just over 11 minutes gone. And we have a scrum. Scrum to Highfield. And they'll be looking to secure good possession here with the experience and strength of O'Byrne in that front row with Rochford and Fitzgerald. Now the running repairs have been completed. We'll restart with Highfield scrum with Bannon to put in. Our first scrum of the game. And it'll be interesting to see how these two packs get on. So,
come on, big scrum, Ban! Push you, Cromie!
Bannon with the put in. Solid scrum. No budge. Scrum half. Running offside there. Referee lets play go on. O'Toole finds Taylor. Taylor's looking for the gap. Pops it out to Sam Burns. Burns sets it up well. Bannon across to Gallagher. Well tackled. Bannon again. Taylor. Taylor. Oh, it's an intercept. Intercept there by Ben Carson. Banbridge have an opportunity here. Midway between the 22 and the halfway line. Kilpatrick looks to his right, out towards the wing. Highfield scrambling for possession. Weir brings it forward. Comes out to Stuart Cromie. Drives forward. Well tackled by Rochford. Kilpatrick comes out the line. And unluckily there for Johnny Little. Johnny Little just took his eye off it. In a promising position there. He'd be a bit disappointed, apologising to his teammates. Highfield will restart with the scrum. That was a bright passage of play there from Banbridge. Running the ball eagerly. Some good defending by Highfield. So, the knock-on means second scrum of the game going to Highfield with 14 minutes on the clock. Still no score. And again, Highfield will be looking for another solid scrum. A powerful front row there of Rochford, O'Byrne and Fitzgerald up against Reid and Peter and Stuart Cromie. Right, so Bannon. Again, rock solid scrum for Highfield. They nudge it forward. Bannon, Taylor. Taylor again going for that long one down the touchline. And he's found some super kicks there on the far touchline so far in this first half. Taylor really keeping Banbridge pinned down in their own half with that very accurate right boot. Again, the wind is to his back and it is blowing down that touchline into the far corner as we look. So Banbridge now have the line out halfway between the 22 and the 10-metre line. And Cromie to throw in. Into the sun. A lot of movement on the line. Taken by O'Byrne. O'Byrne charging forward. Lovely hands off to Fintan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan loses it forward. Comes out to Johnny Little. Ben Carson. Cross the line there. Adam Doherty taken well by Sam Burns. Looks inside to Stack. Stack going straight up the middle. Runs into three tacklers. Is driven back. And he gets the penalty, which Bannon takes quickly. O'Byrne in support. Running into the gap. Slips just outside the 20, just inside the 22. Bannon with the long pass to Ryan Murphy. Murphy again looking for space. Drives infield. Bannon. O'Byrne is there again. Manages to retain possession. No, it slips loose. Banbridge have possession. And comes out the line. Oh, and a fumble there. Taylor and O'Toole up quickly. Recovered. And Kilpatrick waits. They retain the possession. Gives it out to Little. High in the air. Great take there by Johnny Little. This time Kilpatrick kicks it ahead. Burns is covering it and it dribbles into touch. Great work there by Banbridge. From their own 22, they brought play to a couple of metres outside the Highfield 22. 17 minutes gone. The game's still scoreless. As I say, a bright, dry day. The wind blowing diagonally across the pitch. Down into the Banbridge corner flag as we look across the field. So O'Byrne to put into the line out. High one. Taken high in the air there by Fintan O'Sullivan. And O'Byrne has it as they set up the maul. Now Highfield trying to move the maul. Banbridge defending it well. And it comes out to Taylor. Nice step by Taylor. Goes back into his forwards. Sets it up really well. Bannon. Bannon this time goes with the kick himself. Comes down to full back. Adam Doherty. It bounces out of his hands, but collected there by Joe Finnegan. Sorry, Connor Field. Connor Field sets again. Kilpatrick finds Stuart Cromie. Drives forward. Kilpatrick. Out the line. Good tackle there by Kingston. Burns told to stay back by the referee. Driven forward there by Laird. Kilpatrick finds Morrison. Good defence there by Highfield. On the 10-metre line inside the Banbridge half. Goes out the line. Carson. They retain the possession. Comes out to Cromie. Well tackled. Kilpatrick again. Finds his out half. Nice little chip through. Burns leaves it hop. Takes it well. Steps out of the first tackle. Runs into two other tacklers. Highfield set it up well. Bannon. Rochford. Rochford will take this forward. Sets it up. Bannon again. Bannon finds Paddy O'Toole. O'Toole this time will use the boot. The right boot. Again looking for that far touchline. Wind assisted. And that's a super kick by Paddy O'Toole. Veteran centre. Using all his guile there. Excellent football by O'Toole. Now Highfield have had many incursions into the Banbridge 22. But after 20 minutes of the game, they'll be frustrated. They have no points on the board. And the forwards there having a little bit of a committee meeting before O'Byrne goes to put into the line-out. They'll be hoping to set some decent attacking options up here from this line-out, just inside the Banbridge 22. So far in this half, Banbridge have defended very strongly. O'Byrne not happy with the positioning of the two lines. Referee says everything's okay. Now she's going in to talk. And she has a word with O'Byrne. I think she's telling him that she'll referee the line out, not him. Puts it in. It goes crooked. And O'Sullivan can't get a hand to it. So Banbridge have possession just outside their 22. Good drive there by Stuart Cromie. Comes out, Kilpatrick. Out to the out half, Morrison. Long pass out to the full back. Out to the wing here. Joe Finnegan. Finnegan. Halted in his tracks there by O'Toole. Ball's out. Comes to Peter Cromie. O'Sullivan wrestling for possession. Comes out again. Morrison. Runs into two tacklers. Kilpatrick. Oh, and Kingston. Kilpatrick. His pass out there. Kingston, unlucky, went for the intercept. Knocked it on. But referee says it's a penalty and no more than that. And both teams taking the opportunity to get the water in. We've had 22 minutes on the clock. A very absorbing contest, despite the fact that there's no score. I think Highfield will be frustrated. They've had a number of positions inside the 22 from which they would have expected to get some points. But Banbridge can be very pleased with their defence. And tackle off the ball, says referee Joy Neville. So full back Adam Doherty finds a good touch just outside the Highfield 22. So now Peter Cromie will be hoping to get his darts right here. Getting the instructions from Stuart Cromie. And this could be a very good attacking position for Banbridge if they can secure possession. Highfield will look to disrupt the line. Goes to the back again. Very well taken there by Laird. They set up the maul. Mauling over the Highfield 22. Taken out by Peter Cromie. Again, Kilpatrick has. Looking to his forwards again. Big number 5 Laird drives it forward. Kilpatrick. Morrison out the line. It goes loose. Gobbled up there by O'Byrne. Bannon giving the instructions inside their 22. Banbridge will be disappointed. Taylor. A long relieving clearance again by Taylor. And finds his touch. Fast throw in. Goes to Morrison. who kicks and finds a super touch. Very quick thinking there by Connorfield, and Morrison finds a super touch. So pressure back on Highfield inside their own 22. About 5 metres out from their line. O'Byrne to throw it in. And again, O'Byrne will be looking to find his man here to relieve the pressure. Comes in, well taken by O'Connell, good throw by O'Byrne. Highfield set up them all inside their own 22. They're driving forward, heading for the 22. Good drive, good maul by Highfield. Now Bannon, back to Taylor, he'll go long again. And Taylor again finds an excellent touch. Huge clearance there again by Taylor, brings it out to the 5 metre line. So Highfield will be very pleased with their defensive line out there. O'Byrne finding O'Connell. A good maul set up and an excellent clearance kick by Taylor. So 25 minutes on the clock. Line out to Banbridge. Halfway between the halfway line of the 22 and the Highfield half. And Peter Cromie is waiting for the ball. And gets the instructions again from Stuart Cromie. So, Cromie looking to find his man. Goes to the back again. Taken well again there by Laird. A very good drive this time by Banbridge. Very good drive right into the, heading for the Highfield 22. Deep inside the half, Kilpatrick. Finds his out half. Nice step there by Morrison. Looks inside. Banbridge now inside the Highfield 22. And again, their handling let them down. Not for the first time in this half. Banbridge handling has let them down in promising situations. They'll be disappointed with that. Some excellent work there by Morrison, the 10. Unfortunately, the ball was fumbled as it was going out the line inside the Highfield 22. Highfield will now look to clear their lines with a scrum about 2 metres inside their own 22. And so far in this game, their scrum has been rock solid. With that strength of Rashford, O'Byrne and Fitzgerald in the front row, the scrummaging has been excellent so far. Bannon having a look around. Has options with Taylor and O'Toole. Ball goes in. Bit of a nudge this time from Banbridge, but illegally, says the referee. Illegally, says the referee. One of the Banbridge front row dropped onto the knee, and Taylor has a chance to relieve the pressure. Again, Taylor has given a masterclass in touch kicking today. Another huge kick, clears his lines, brings play almost to the 5 metre line on the Banbridge half, in the Banbridge half. As I say, we've had an interesting game, but it remains scoreless. A few balls have been dropped at vital junctures, and both defences have come out on top on a number of occasions. So O'Byrne this time, again looking to find his mark, goes to the back. This time it goes loose over the back. Very well taken there. But O'Toole robs it back after Hughes made a great run for Banbridge. O'Toole reacted very quickly. Now Dorgan. Dorgan looks to make the break. Well tackled. Bannon. Oh. And this time, unfortunately, Bannon and O'Connell got their signals wrong, and Dave O'Connell, unfortunately, penalised for crossing in front of his captain. And It really epitomises the way the attacking game has gone for both sides today. Positions where they would expect to do much better, mistakes have been made. And O'Connell and Bannon will be very disappointed with that. Normally they have a great understanding, work really well together, but on that occasion got their signals wrong, and Dave O'Connell got in front of Chris Bannon and penalised for obstruction. Still bright, dry, cold day here. The wind gusting at times. Slightly against Doherty as he kicks that one, but he finds a good touch. Inside the Highfield half, just beyond the 5-metre line. And Cromie will be looking to find his man here. Give Banbridge an attacking opportunity. Wind is in his face. Makes throwing a little bit more difficult. A lot of movement in the line, goes to the back. Well taken by Laird. And Banbridge have secured the ball in the maul. Comes out, Kilpatrick. Out to Johnny Little. Cross the line. Full back comes into the line. Goes out to Joe Finnegan. Well tackled there by... Well tackled there by Sam Burns. Comes out. Retaining possession, Banbridge. Kilpatrick. This time finds Johnny Little. Drives forward. Kilpatrick again. Out to his number 8, Max Little. Little goes to ground. Just outside the Highfield 22. Banbridge still driving forward. Kilpatrick again. Again looking for his forwards. Looking for Little. Kilpatrick. To Morrison. Morrison out the line. Carson looking for the gap. Kilpatrick. Out to Callum Reid. Reid well tackled there. Kilpatrick looking for the ball. Out to Morrison. Out to Laird. Set up again for Kilpatrick. Oh, and again, handling error. Very promising position. Handling error. Comes to Burns. Burns looks to Bannon. Bannon inside his 22. Finds Taylor. Taylor well tackled. No, he escapes. Taylor very elusive. Great footwork there by Taylor. Bannon. Dave O'Connell. Driving over the 22. Well driven by O'Connell. Out to Paddy O'Toole. O'Toole finds Dorgan. Dorgan finds Ryan Murphy. Cronin charges into Cromie. Bannon appealing, but they get on with the game, Banbridge. And Ryan Hughes drives forward. Great clearing there, but this time referee not happy. Not happy, saying retaining with the ball on the ground, not releasing. Not releasing. And penalty Highfield. Penalty Highfield. And they'll be very pleased with their defence. And we have a break in play here as Taylor looks to put it down the touchline. Referee says play on. And she holds play now for attention for the Highfield prop, Dara Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald getting a drink of water as Taylor finds touch for the first time down this touchline, about 3 metres outside the Banbridge 22. We have played 33 minutes of the game and it's scoreless. So Highfield now looking to change that situation with O'Byrne to put in. Gets his instructions from Rochford. Good attacking position here from Highfield if they can secure possession. O'Byrne goes to the back. O'Sullivan takes well. A very good maul set up here by Highfield. O'Byrne has got it at the back. O'Byrne has got it at the back. Now Bannon takes. Out to Taylor. Taylor finds Kingston. And Sam Burns finds Stack. Beautifully taken by Stack with one hand, and that's the opening score of the game. A superb piece of attacking play by Highfield. Beautiful play. And a superb take, one-handed take by Stack before he crashed in for his try. And that will give Highfield great heart. After 34 minutes of the game, finally get on the scoreboard. Beautiful piece of play. Excellent work by Kingston. Great hands all the way. And a superb finish by the big wing Stack on the far side. One-handed take. And very hard to stop a man of his size coming at you that close to the line. So Highfield will be delighted with that score. And Taylor, difficult kick here. He's looking into the sun. The wind is probably blowing slightly across him towards the corner. But Taylor is a really good kicker. Right-footed. It's the right side for him, but he is looking into a strong sun, and the wind is gusting. So Highfield 5-0 up. Taylor to try and add the 2 points with the conversion. He's hit it well, and he's converted it. And Highfield now lead 7 points to 0 with 35 minutes on the clock. A try by Paul Stack, converted by James Taylor. Highfield 7, Banbridge 0. And Highfield will be relieved to have some points on the board. They had been into that 22 many times, but Banbridge had defended well, and they had dropped a few balls at vital moments as well. So the ball is cleared up to Bannon. Bannon this time will look for touch himself. And this time it goes down the wing. Very well taken there by Joe Finnegan. Comes back looking for his full-back, Doherty. Just beyond the 5-metre line. Kilpatrick looking for the big prop there. Cromie. Out to Morrison. Morrison, a lovely pass there to Carson. And great defence by Highfield. O'Toole wrestling for that ball. O'Byrne with a good tackle there. Nicely laid off though by Laird. And Banbridge go into the Highfield half, but Highfield have the scrum. This time O'Sullivan drives powerfully into the Banbridge half. But we're going back for scrum to Highfield. Once again, the handling letting Banbridge down there in the middle of the park. So almost on the halfway line. Highfield scrum. 37 minutes on the clock. And that's just on the clock. The referee will have time at her discretion for stoppages. 37 minutes on the clock here at Woodleigh Park. Could be quite a good attacking position here. A scrum right in the centre of the park gives lots of options. And Highfield have split their back line. Taylor standing almost directly behind the scrum, with O'Toole and Stack on the far side. Burns just behind Taylor, and Dorgan and Kingston out this side. Bannon. Good drive this time by Banbridge. Bannon gets it out of there. O'Toole. O'Toole drives into the Banbridge half. Sets it up well. Bannon. Looks to find Burns. Sam Burns. Good run by Burns. Again. Bannon out to Cronin. Cronin drives forward. Bannon again. Taylor. Taylor pops it to O'Byrne. O'Byrne. A nice little pirouette there by the hooker. Out the line. This one is a bit of a mess pass. And it fumbled there, O'Toole, and it's a scrum to Banbridge. And again, it's not the first time in this game that the ball has been fumbled. Again, it's a cold day, a breezy day. Maybe players' hands are cold, but there have been quite a few uncharacteristic errors in handling. And Highfield will be very disappointed with that. So scrum to Banbridge, about 2 metres inside their own half. As we near half time, The referee Joy Neville having a chat with the Banbridge pack, while Cronin and I think it's Stuart Cromie receive attention. Again, both teams getting the water in. And again, a problem with the ball. Referee Joy Neville looking for a replacement. And Cronin still receiving attention. And it was wing forward Alexander Ware was receiving attention on the Banbridge side. As you can see, bright sunshine, and the wind has died quite a bit. Conditions almost perfect. Pitch in wonderful condition. And 40 minutes on the clock, so we're definitely nearing half time. Highfield 7, Banbridge 0. The try by Paul Stack, converted by James Taylor, is the difference between the sides. And it was a superb try, great handling all the way out the line. And Highfield will be delighted with that. Banbridge will be disappointed that they defended so well, but the line was broken before half time. So Banbridge, this time Kilpatrick to put in. And Highfield to trying to put on some pressure. And they have put on some, but Kilpatrick gets it out to Morrison. Morrison across the line. Little. Full back. Doherty comes into the line. Driving up towards the halfway line. Kilpatrick again finds Morrison. Morrison, long pass out there to Carson. Carson running in field. Runs into Cronin. Held up there. Kilpatrick. Morrison. Morrison looking around. Was going to pass, changed his mind. Held on to possession. Kilpatrick this time goes to McSorley. McSorley driving forward. Kilpatrick is looking again. Comes out the line. Out the line. Carson. That's great work by Carson. Lovely sidestep. And there's a bit of a wrestling match for the ball there, but it eventually comes out to Morrison. This time he goes for the far touchline. It bounces. Stack takes. Oh, and Stack was taken in the air. Taken in the air. And he's a little bit shaken after that. Superb take by Stack under pressure. Take it out in the air. And the referee may have words here. Calling the captains. Great take by Stack. Sun in his eyes. A real high spiral kick from Morrison. And the referee is having a word with both captains. Stack taken in the air, but there's no further punishment than a penalty. So the half-time whistle, Cronin taps it into touch, and we finish the first half with Highfield 7 points to 0 ahead. They'll be pleased to be ahead, but disappointed they didn't put more than 7 points on the board because the wind was to their backs and they did have a number of opportunities. And one of the Banbridge players there, a bit lucky to get away without a card just on the stroke of half-time. A Stack was definitely taken out in the air. And just like to take this opportunity at half-time to tell you that today's game has been streamed thanks to the generous support of Jim McCoy and our sponsors, Perfect Reception, Ireland's leading hotel call provider that makes sure Irish hotels never miss a call. If you'd like to know more about Perfect Reception, why not check their website at www.reception.ie. We'd also like to thank our club sponsors, STS, and Liam Lenahan in particular, for their support over the recent years. and the club would like to express our appreciation of that support. And again, we'd like to welcome all our club members scattered throughout the globe. We've had a lot of messages thanking us for the live stream from all over. People are delighted to be able to see their club play. And if you'd like to play your part to help your club, why not play in the club lotto? You can do it online at www.highfieldrfc.ie, and you can be able a chance of winning from just an investment of just €2 per week. It would be a great help. There are much needed funding for our club. So at half time, 7-0, Highfield will be pleased to be 7 points up. Banbridge will be pleased enough to be just seven down into what is at times quite a strong wind. Definitely was favouring Highfield in the first half. Diagonally across the pitch from us down to the far corner flag. And definitely meant that kicking out of the 22 for Highfield was far easier than for Banbridge. And again, just a reminder that our own Ronan O'Sullivan has been selected for the under-20 squad, the Ireland under-20 squad for the Six Nations. Ronan, who's been putting in some fantastic performances for the club here since the start of the season. And we're all delighted that he's been called up to the 20 squad. Congratulations, Ronan, and best wishes from everyone here at Highfield. A reminder again, Highfield are anxious to get back in their winning ways. They had 8 straight wins in a row up to Christmas, and since then have drawn 1 and lost 2 games. So they'll be really looking forward to getting back to winning ways and keeping the pressure on Old Wesley, who are 6 points ahead. And Banbridge, likewise, fighting to stay in 1B, and after a good performance last week against Old Wesley, where they lost 21-16 against the top club in the league, and as you can see today, they're giving Highfield quite a game. 7 points to 0 is a very small lead, and Banbridge will be encouraged now that they have the wind to their backs this half. Highfield, on the other hand, will probably not kick as much ball. We may see the ball go through the hands a lot more. And again, Highfield can be extremely dangerous with the ball in hand, as you saw from that superb try in the first half, with great work from Kingston and a superb finish by Stack.
Come on, Bob!
And I don't see any changes on either side since half time. So, as you were on both teams coming into the second half. So Taylor will restart for us. This time against the wind. The sun into the eyes now of the Banbridge defenders as Taylor puts it up. Taylor kicks it into the 22. Well taken there by Alexander Weir. Sets it up just outside the 22. Kilpatrick goes to his full back, Doherty. Doherty looking for that long touch kick, but this time it comes to Taylor. Taylor to Sam Burns. Burns always looking to run the ball. This time he chips it forward and he's after it himself. It comes into the hands of Ryan Murphy. Murphy makes a superb run. Halfway between the halfway line and the 22. O'Sullivan throws out a loopy pass. Gallagher gets it. Gallagher drives forward. Sets it up well. Bannon finds Taylor. Taylor racing across the pitch. Taylor's found a gap. Superb break by Taylor. Fabulous ball to Kingston and Bannon. That was a superb score. Chris Bannon, captain Chris Bannon, finishes off an amazing move there. Superb work by James Taylor. Great feat. And again, equally so by Luke Kingston. Kingston has assisted in both tries, but really it was all Taylor there. Superb break. Opened up the defence, and Bannon doing the captain's part, supporting after beautiful hands from Kingston. Under the posts, that's just the start Highfield would have wanted in the second half. Into the wind. Bannon with the try. And Taylor, who's already got one conversion, converted Stack's try the end of the first half. And Julie does so. So Taylor with his second conversion. And after about 1 minute, 1.5 minutes of the second half, Highfield lead 14 points to 0. And just as I said, playing into the wind, the Highfield team probably won't kick as much, but as you can see there, they can be deadly when they get that ball going through the hands. And again, you would have to single out Taylor there for magnificent footwork. So, Banbridge. Long kick there by Doherty. Taylor again. This time, kicks cross field. And Taylor can do no wrong at the moment, as that one came out of the sun. Really made it very difficult for Connorfield. The wind swirling it around. Ends up with the line out to Highfield. And Kevin O'Byrne, the man who's made many appearances for Munster, will be looking to find his man. About 2 metres inside their own half. Highfield line out. O'Sullivan rises on his own, but the referee says it's a penalty to Highfield. Or sorry, I beg your pardon. I misread that one, sorry. I think it was a crooked in the line out, and Banbridge have the scrum. So Kilpatrick will put in. It looked almost too easy there for Fintan O'Sullivan. So obviously, crooked in. And Kilpatrick will put in to the scrum. About 2 metres inside the Highfield half. Kilpatrick. Highfield put on the shove this time. Big scrum from Highfield. It goes around. The referee says it's a reset. The Highfield pack will be pleased with that one. They definitely got the nudge. So Rochford, O'Byrne and Fitzgerald can be happy with that. As Cronin adjusts the footwear. And we have a reset in the scrum. Kilpatrick to put in. So, 4 minutes into the second half. Highfield 14, Banbridge 0. And Banbridge have the scrum. Kilpatrick to put in. Good scrum from Banbridge this time. Both teams scrambling forward. Comes to Morrison. Morrison looking with the long kick. Burns will leave this run back to the goal line, and now he'll come out to clear and into the wind. He finds the touchline, but it's not as easy to clear with that strong wind, and Banbridge have got themselves a good attacking position. About 2 metres inside the Highfield 22. Good attacking position here. And Peter Cromie, the captain, will be looking to find his man. Cromie. And a superb rob there by Dave O'Connell for Highfield. Magnificent work in the line out by O'Connell. Bannon clears it himself this time. Doesn't gain much ground. That wind has picked up again, and you can see the touch judge's flag there flapping in the wind as it blows down into that far corner, down to the corner flag, diagonally across the field from us. So Cromie will try again. The Highfield defensive line out has been very good. Put a lot of pressure on the Banbridge line out. Cromie will be hoping to find his man this time. It's a better one. Comes down, still a bit sloppy. And this time knocked on in the line by Fintan O'Sullivan. Again, strong pressure from the Highfield line out on Banbridge. But Banbridge get the scrum. Still a promising position. And one of the Banbridge players looking for attention. I think it's Brendan McSorley. So we'll have a little bit of a delay before the scrum. Still a good attacking position for Banbridge. On the 22. Highfield again will be looking to defend this strongly. And Banbridge sending in Robin Sinton, number 20, is going in. Going in at number 8. Replacing number 7, Ryan Hughes. So the ball's in the scrum. Banbridge have. Sinton popped out this time to Johnny Little. Set up. And the referee has penalised Highfield. Penalised Highfield, I think, for pulling down the scrum at that occasion. And fullback Adam Doherty kicks deep into the Highfield 22. Very good attacking position here for Banbridge. Line out. 5 metres out from the Highfield line. We've played 8 minutes of the second half. And this is a very good attacking position for Banbridge. Peter Cromie to try and find his man on the line out. In it comes. Again, it goes over the top of the line out, but the referee says there was obstruction in the line by Highfield, and it's a penalty to Banbridge, and they've called the scrum. So Highfield penalised for obstructing in the line out. And Banbridge have opted for a scrum. An excellent attacking position. And if they can secure possession here, they have lots of options behind this scrum. Just about 3 metres out from the Highfield try line. Highfield again now will be looking to put a bit of pressure on the scrum as Kilpatrick prepares to put in. And in it goes. It's a good scrum. The Banbridge get a nudge and they get the penalty. Great scrum there by Banbridge. The Highfield scrum buckled under the pressure, and the referee has penalised Highfield. And Highfield, possibly in response to the scrum, the pressure in the scrum, have sent on Mick Delan, number 17, replacing Dara Fitzgerald. Dara was down earlier with a knock. He's had a very good game. So Dara comes to the touchline as Mick Delan goes into the scrum. A lot of pressure on Delan, his first scrum. About 2 metres out from his own try line. And Highfield will be hoping that Delan's considerable strength and bulk will shore up their scrum. Delan, who's played both back row and second row for the club, converted a prop some number of years ago, is a fantastic servant to Highfield. So now Banbridge will be hoping to get something out of this. They'll be hoping for some points on the scoreboard from this very promising attacking position. As I say, about 2 metres out. And the referee not happy. Having a word with O'Byrne and Cromie. And now we reset the scrum. Highfield lead 14 points to 0. 12 minutes into the second half. Banbridge will be hoping to get something out of this very promising position. So we scrummage down. Ball's in. Taken there at the back. And substitute Robin Sinton drives over the line for an excellent try. Great work there by the back row. A very solid scrum by Banbridge, and they'll be delighted with that. It's now Robin Sinton making a big impact. And Banbridge get their first points after about 13 minutes of the second half. And fullback Adam Doherty will try and add the conversion points. 14-5 at the moment. Doherty with the kick. And it's just come over to the right hand side of the posts, drifted wide. So Highfield lead 14 points to 5. About 14 minutes into the second half. Highfield will be disappointed to concede, but Banbridge will be delighted to be on the scoreboard. So 14-5, Taylor to restart. Puts it high in the air, gives his forwards a chance to chase it, but very well taken there by Laird, who drives forward with the ball. Kilpatrick finds Little. The ball runs loose. Delan pops it up. Comes up to Dorgan. Taylor. O'Toole. Stack has gone on the inside of O'Toole. Comes into Stack. And the Highfield players protesting that he was tackled without the ball. But referee Joy Neville just saw the knock on. So scrum to Banbridge. Highfield bench not a bit happy. Think Stack was interfered with just as he reached for that ball. And play will be held up while Matthew Laird receives attention at the far side of the pitch. Having done very well to take the kick off, he's received a knock in the tackle. And we will resume with a scrum to Banbridge just outside their 22. And Banbridge are sending in number 18, Martin Foster, to replace Matthew Laird, who's being assisted off the pitch. Unfortunately, Laird seems to have done damage to his ankle there and looks a little bit uncomfortable. Gets generous applause there as he comes off the pitch. Yeah, so Forster replaces Laird in the Banbridge scrum in the second row. Kilpatrick to put in. Scrum goes down, but the ball is out. Referee says play on. Out the line to Morrison. Looking outside to Carson. Carson across the line. Good hands all the way across the line there. And taken down on the far side. Highfield fighting for possession and winning the penalty. Superb defensive work there by Highfield. And you can see they're delighted with themselves. Nice bit of handling by Banbridge. Ball fed right across the pitch. But really good defence there on the far side. And the Highfield defenders winning out, getting the penalty. And Taylor finds touch. About 3 or 4 metres outside of the Banbridge 22. And Highfield would be delighted with that piece of defence. Managing to hold up Banbridge on the far touchline and get the penalty. O'Byrne goes to the back. Magnificent take there by O'Connell. Highfield driving the maul forward into the 22. This is a very organised maul. Bannon at the back, shouting the instructions. O'Byrne breaks off. Bannon, Taylor again. Finds Kingston. And Burns drops it. The referee is giving the knock on. Very promising attack there from Highfield. With again Taylor and Kingston very prominent. But not for the first time today. We've had the ball knocked on in a very promising position. Highfield looked extremely dangerous there. When Taylor gets moving and Kingston comes into the line, they look very, very dangerous. So a bit disappointing for Highfield, but they have a Banbridge scrum is inside their own 22, about halfway between the 22 and the goal line. So Highfield will be hoping to put a bit of pressure on the Banbridge scrum here. We're at 59 minutes on the clock. 14 points to 5, Highfield lead. Kilpatrick puts in. Scrum is solid. Kilpatrick gets it out of there. Finds Little. Good carry by Little. Sets it up. Kilpatrick, this time back to Morrison. Morrison using that wind to drive it down the pitch. Burns on his own. Stack with him. Burns looks to Stack. Stack, the big wing, going up the middle of the park. Throws a long pass out to Kingston. Kingston, well tackled there. And possession secured by Banbridge. Great defending there by Banbridge. This time, fullback Doherty kicks across the pitch. Cronin uses the boot to control it. Then pops it back to Taylor. Taylor, jinking, runs into 2 tacklers. Cronin to help out. Ball goes loose. And Dorgan. Bannon finds Gallagher. Gallagher drives into his man there. Bannon again. This time finds Big Delan driving forward. And has lost possession. But the penalty for handling on the ground, I think. Yes, Penalty for hands on the ground as Delan drove into the opposition. Penalty to Highfield. And Taylor will try and take them in to the Banbridge half. 14 points to 5, 60 minutes on the clock. Dry, crisp day, very cold wind. Taylor finds a very good touch. Into the wind. Taylor finds a very good touch. About 2 metres outside the Banbridge 22. Highfield have a bit of a gathering together there to chat about the line-out, and O'Byrne will go to throw into the line-out. Again, quite a promising position just outside the 22. Lots of attacking options here if they can secure possession in the line-out. O'Byrne. This time finds Big Fenton O'Sullivan. Beautiful take by O'Sullivan. Very well set up. Maul is set up outside the 22. Now they nudge forward. Referee says that's one. Bannon finds Taylor. Taylor to Stack. Stack out to O'Toole. Sam Burns in the line. Just outside the 22. Bannon has again. This time finds O'Byrne. O'Byrne well tackled. Sets up again for Bannon. And this time, great defence by Banbridge. Great defence by Banbridge. Superb tackle on O'Byrne. And they won the penalty. They'll be very pleased with that. Great defending. Very promising position for Highfield. But now Adam Doherty will look to use that wind to drive Highfield back down the pitch. And he finds touch. Not getting as much out of it as he would have liked, I think. Finds touch about 5 metres inside the Highfield half. And Peter Crummy will put into the line out. As Banbridge look to attack in the Highfield half. That's a great take there by Robin Stinton. He's made a big impression since he's come into the game. Kilpatrick, again looking to his forwards. Martin Foster drives into the Highfield defence, and again, at this time he's lost it. Bannon makes a good break himself. Now he needs support. Taylor plays scrum half. Out to O'Byrne. O'Byrne. O'Connell wasn't expecting the pass, but reacted really well. Taylor finds Dorgan. Dorgan steps inside. Bannon. Bannon finds Big Mick Delan. Good work by Delan. Bannon. Ryan Murphy. Murphy back to Bannon. Taylor again. This time Taylor puts the boot to it, looking for the touchline, and he's found it. 5 metres inside the Banbridge half. Good passage of play there by Highfield to clear their lines. So we got a line out. 5 metres inside the Banbridge half. And Highfield will be looking to put a bit of pressure now on the Banbridge line out. In it comes. Very well taken there by Foster. Highfield defended well. Now it's a good break up the touchline. But Cronin makes a good tackle. Highfield still fighting for it. And the referee says ball was out. But gives a scrum to Banbridge, as I think the ball went forward off Mick Delan there. Delan has done well since he's come in. Very powerful man. And actually it's a line out, I beg your pardon. Line out to Banbridge. Went in off Delan. Must have gone in off his foot. And we have a line out to Banbridge. About 3 metres inside their own half. 65 minutes on the clock. Highfield lead 14-5. 2 tries to 1. Both Highfield's tries converted by out half James Taylor. Banbridge's try unconverted. So, Cromie finds McSorley. The maul. Banbridge, good maul, driving towards the halfway line. Comes out to Morrison. Looks to Little. Great defence there by Highfield. Kilpatrick looking to his prop, Cromie. Kilpatrick again. This time the referee penalises Highfield. Goes back for the penalty. And two more changes on the Banbridge side. They bring in Aaron Kennedy and Lewis Nelms. And Dorgan receives some attention there in the middle of the park. We will resume with a penalty to Banbridge. We have 66 minutes on the clock. Highfield lead 14 points to 5. And we resume. A number of changes there. On the Highfield side, Dorgan, who just received a knock there, being replaced by David O'Sullivan. In the centre, as Dorgan goes off for attention. And Kennedy and Nelms have replaced Cromie and Kilpatrick. Good kick there by Doherty, deep into the Highfield half. 68 minutes on the clock, still 14-5. A new hooker, Kennedy to put in. Taken at the back there by Delan. Comes out to Fintan O'Sullivan. Good drive by O'Sullivan. Breaks the tackle. Bannon, Taylor, O'Toole. O'Toole finds Burns. Burns, well tackled there. Sets it up well. Bannon, O'Connell, Taylor. Went off Rochford. A chance here. Taylor regains possession. Scrappy bit of play there, but Taylor has done well. Taylor and the referee, the attention was drawn to that tackle by the crowd. I don't think it was bad as they were making it out to be, but it was a little bit high, so it's a penalty to Highfield. Great work yet again by Taylor. Superb footwork. And now he himself will take the penalty. Taylor goes up the touchline, so Highfield will have the line out. Almost 5 metres inside the Banbridge half. And O'Byrne to put into the line out. Bannon checking the quality of the football for him, as O'Byrne will try to find his mark here. Puts it in. O'Connell rises high. Taylor. Dorgan is back on the pitch. Dorgan drives strongly into his opposite number. Out the line to Taylor. Taylor finds Stack. The big man charges into his opposite number. Bannon. Gallagher driving into the 22. Bannon again. Taylor. Nice pass out there to Cronin. Cronin driving into the 22. He's about 5 metres into the 22. Bannon finds Taylor. Long pass out to Ryan Murphy. Murphy comes in. Good work by Murphy. Set it up again. Bannon pops it. Driven forward by Fintan O'Sullivan. Gallagher again. And this time, Highfield a bit over enthusiastic as the ball went to ground. And Banbridge would be mightily relieved to get the penalty. A very promising attacking position there for Highfield. Unfortunately, came to nothing. And the ball is well cleared by Doherty for Banbridge. Up to the 5 metre line. So Highfield, having made a really good attacking raid there, would be very disappointed to give away a penalty at the end of it. And the referee happy with the play now. Comes in. Well taken there in the line out. Comes out to Morrison. Out the line. Morrison again. Out to the wing here. Joe Finnegan. Back in play. Infield it goes. Reid sets it up. Morrison. Went back off the hand. It arrives to Sam Burns. Burns all on his own. Outside his 22. Sidesteps. Jinks. He's held in the tackle. Bannon. Out to O'Byrne. Taylor. Taylor again. Jinking. Weaving his way across the field. Superb work there again by Taylor. Great footwork. Bannon. Finds Luke Kingston. Kingston makes a half break. The ball is still in hand. Bannon again. Fintan O'Sullivan, always willing to carry O'Sullivan. Drives strongly through a couple of tackles. Bannon, Taylor. Taylor looks behind to Dorgan. Dorgan, it was well read there by Ben Carson. But Dorgan retains possession. Bannon has it again. Up to Big Mick Delan. Well tackled there by two Banbridge defenders. Out the line to Paddy O'Toole. O'Toole with a little kick ahead. He's after it himself. It bounces away from Cronin. And all a little bit crazy there. The referee eventually has had enough of it and says it's a scrum to Highfield. A very scrappy piece of play. And unfortunately, after 73 minutes, we've had a lot of dropped ball and mistimed passes, which has been frustrating because there have been some passages of excellent play spoiled by silly mistakes. 73 minutes on the clock. Highfield 14 points to 5 ahead. Two really good tries. First by Paul Stack on the left wing and second by captain Chris Bannon. O'Byrne finds Fintan O'Sullivan, who rose really high for that one. Bannon back to Taylor. Pops it loose. Kingston does well to hold it. It's set up again. Bannon. Out to Dave O'Connell. Drives over the halfway line. And this time, Highfield penalised for going on the hands over the ball. I think Rochford was penalised there. A bit frustrating for Highfield. And at this stage of the game, 74 minutes up, Adam Doherty has decided that he's going to go for points. Banbridge 14-5 behind. And of course, if he can convert this penalty, they will be in losing bonus point territory. So it makes sense. If he can get this over the bar, it'll bring Banbridge to within 6 points of Highfield. On the halfway line, wind has died down quite a bit. So Doherty with the left foot from the halfway, almost the centre of the pitch, be looking for the 3 points for Banbridge. He's hit it very well, and he's converted it. So, excellent penalty there by Adam Doherty. So after 76 minutes of the game, Highfield lead 14 points to 8. Banbridge have put themselves in losing bonus point position. So as we come towards the end of the game, Highfield a little bit frustrated, having scored 2 fabulous tries, that they haven't added to that. Taylor puts it high in the air. Well taken there by McSorley. Comes out the line to Sinton. Set up well there. And scrum half Nelms puts it up himself. Comes to Maya Cronin. Throws out the long pass to Burns. Burns does the jink. Burns is looking to get away. He has. Burns has made a superb run here. Now he must find some support. No, he jinks inside again. Inside, halfway, inside the 22. Bannon with the quick ball out to Taylor. Taylor to Dorgan. Dorgan going himself. Finds Stack. And Stack gets the second try of the game. Super score by Highfield after 77 minutes. And Stack took a bit of a bang there as he went over. Second try of the game for Big Paul Stack on the wing. Superb play by Sam Burns. What a break by Burns from deep inside his own half. And again, beautiful work by Dorgan, who was almost there himself, but got the ball to Stack. And the big wing, under pressure, powered his way over. And he acknowledges the great work Dorgan did. And Highfield will be very pleased with that. Now leading 19-8 with 78 minutes on the clock. Difficult conversion here for Taylor, right out on the touchline. But he's a very talented kicker. James Taylor has had a superb game for Highfield here today. Taylor drives it hard, but drives it wide. So Highfield now lead 19 points to 8. And Dave O'Sullivan comes on to replace Paddy O'Toole. And Travis Coomey replaces, and Stack the big man, driving forward again over his own 22. Bannon finds Coomey. Great drive there by Coomey. Bannon, Taylor, Dorgan again driving through. Excellent work by Dorgan, showing great sidestep and power. Bannon finds Gallagher. Gallagher well tackled. Bannon has it again. David O'Connell. Taylor. Fintan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan brought down there by McSorley. Comes out to Taylor. Taylor. Burns. Burns again setting it up. Eddie Earl, who's come in to the side for Highfield as well. Doing the clean out there. Lovely hands there by Rochford. Bannon. Taylor. Kingston. Dorgan. Dorgan sets it up. Bannon finds Taylor. Taylor saw the attempted intercept. Rochford sets it up. Bannon again, this time O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan driving over the halfway line. Excellent work by the big second row. Bannon has again. Out to Eddie Earl. Earl, a very strong man, drives through the first tackle. Bannon again. Finds O'Sullivan. Taylor. Long pass out to Gallagher. Finds Dorgan. Dorgan taken there by Morrison. And they've lost possession. Morrison. Highfield lost possession. Morrison did very well there, but Sam Burns is back there. He gets it in his hands. Burns. And Burns is running strongly up the wing. What a break by Burns. Beautiful break. Pops the ball to Cronin. Oh, and there's really big disappointment there for Highfield. Referee Joy Neville says Burns popped it a little bit forward. She's almost apologetic about it because it was such a beautiful move. She says it went forward, and Highfield will be very disappointed at this late stage of the game. Burns, an amazing bit of counter-attacking by Burns. But the possession is with Banbridge. We're 81 minutes on the clock, so we're in referees' stoppage times now. Highfield lead 19-8. And Stack has left the field. Paul Stack receiving a bit of attention there in the dugout. He'll be very happy with his day today with 2 tries, 1 in each half. First one in particular, wonderful one-handed take before he went over. So, almost at the full-time whistle. Highfield lead 19-8, back to their winning ways. They'll be delighted with the win, disappointed they didn't get the bonus point. But scrum crashes to the ground, and she says play on. Joy Neville says play on. Nice move there by Joe Finnegan. Ball's out the line, and this time the pass is forward. But the referee has already given the penalty at this side of the field to Banbridge. So this time, Adam Doherty decides he'll have to go for the corner. And finds the line out halfway between the 22 and the Highfield try line. We're deep into stoppage time now. 83 minutes on the clock. There have been a number of stoppages, and it's down to the referee, Joy Neville, now as to how much more we'll play. As I say, Highfield lead 19 points to 8. As Nelms puts in. The line-out is a bit scrappy again, and the ball goes loose and goes forward off the scrum half's hands, and the referee has had enough, and the game ends with victory for Highfield, 19 points to 8. They'll be delighted to be back on winning ways, but disappointed they didn't get the 4th try. Highfield scored tries through Paul Stack, who got 2, and Captain Chris Bannon. And they had 2 conversions by James Taylor. And Banbridge had a try from substitute Robin Stinton and a penalty from number 15 Adam Doherty. So we finished 19 points to 8. Very entertaining game. Highfield would be delighted to keep the pressure on Old Wesley, and Banbridge gave a very, very good account of themselves, and they have now played the top 2 teams and given both of them a very hard battle, so they can take some encouragement out of that for the rest of the season. As we say, there's now a break for the internationals. Highfield's next league game is on the 19th of February, a top of the table clash with Old Wesley in Dublin, and they'll be looking forward to that Some extremely good passages of play today by the Highfield team. A little disappointed that they didn't get that 4th try, but still they'll be delighted to be back on their winning ways. And just again to thank you all for joining us here today at Woodleigh Park. And our sponsors again are Perfect Reception, Ireland's leading hotel call provider. They make sure Irish hotels never miss a call. And STS, our club sponsors, and we'd like to thank them both. And again, remember, you can help the club, no matter where you are in the world, by going on the website www.highfieldrfc.ie to play our lotto from as little as €2 per week, and your help will be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for joining us here in Woodleigh Park today. We'll see you on the 19th, you can see Highfield again on the 19th of February away to Old Wesley. Thank you.